Hello, everybody. Angel Arts here, and yes, I was surprised too. Oh, Square Enix, welcome to a brand spanking new Let's Play. That's right. This is, ladies and gentlemen, Let's Play Final Fantasy 15. Oh my gosh. Ah, jeez. Uh, I'm just gonna start first by saying that if this is your first time coming to my channel, if this is your first time seeing one of my videos, I highly recommend, if you haven't already done so, to please watch first the introduction to my channel. The reason why I'm telling you that right from the beginning is because I believe that I cater to a very specific audience, and my Let's Play style, I think, is a good fit for some people, but not necessarily a good fit for other people. And I want to make sure that you guys have the opportunity to educate yourself on who I am as a person and how I Let's Play, what are some of the things you can expect from my Let's Plays, because I don't want to be responsible for, wasting anybody's time. I want to make sure that you know up front what you're getting yourselves into. So please do check out the introduction to my channel. It's really short. I just go boom, boom, boom. These are the main points you need to know before diving in. And if everything checks out for you, then awesome. Come right back and I'll be right here and we can continue on with this game. If you are hanging out with me, awesome, welcome. I'm super excited because I have been a Final Fantasy fan for a very long time. Like back when I think my first Final Fantasy that I ever played from beginning to end was the American version of Final Fantasy 3, which is Final Fantasy 6. And I would say that is probably my favorite Final Fantasy of all time. I know that it's not graphically as impressive as, say, Final Fantasy 7 or 10, which are also Final Fantasy favorites of mine, but 6 I just thought had an amazing story and an amazing cast of characters. And what was really impressive is, even though that game had the most playable characters to date, they still developed those characters a lot better than most of the other Final Fantasy games, which had like a third of the cast of Final Fantasy 6 / American Final Fantasy 3. But anyway, after Final Fantasy 10, because again, Final Fantasy 7, 10, and 6 are my favorites, the Final Fantasies kind of left a little too much to be desired for me. I didn't particularly care for them, and I was hoping, I think a lot of fans of Final Fantasy from back then felt the same way, and it sounds like many of those fans are starting to, we're seeing Final Fantasy 15 as their way back in to the franchise. Like they thought that Final Fantasy 15 would probably be the game that would get them back to, enjoying the glory Final Fantasy days, so to speak. So I am super pumped for this. This game, I almost didn't think I would be able to Let's Play anytime soon because I didn't own a PS4. In fact, this PS4 that I'm using right now, I don't own that either. What happened was, the game released, I was talking with a bunch of my coworkers about how I really wanted to play Final Fantasy 15 and Let's Play it, but I didn't own a PS4 and I couldn't bring myself to, to just buy a PS4 just to play this one game. And my coworker, his name is Brian, overheard it and was like, "Hey, I've got this PS4 at my house that I own that I haven't touched in the last 8 months, and I don't think I'm gonna be touching for any time soon. You can totally borrow it, and so you can Let's Play the game." And I was like, "Oh, Brian, I love you so much." So it's thanks to Brian, it's thanks to him that I am actually able to Let's Play this game. So for those of you who are appreciative of that and are excited to watch me record and Let's Play Final Fantasy 15, please put down your love to Brian down in the comments. I'm sure he would love to see that. because he is the one who was able to make this possible. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick things off. This is my first time recording off of a PS4, and it's really the first time I'm recording directly off of the console itself without using a capture card. So I'm hoping that I'm doing everything correctly. Just bear with me if, I don't get everything as perfect as possible, as I'm still learning, like how to do all of this. Select the difficulty. Easy mode reduces the challenge of combat and provides help in a pinch. Difficult can be adjusted later. I'm gonna start with normal. Just to warn you guys, I'm not that, I tend to be not very good at a lot of games. I think normal I can handle for the most part, but there are a few games where normal is a little too hard for me, and instead of frustrating you guys by watching me replay a certain section over and over and over again and just dying and dying and dying again, I tend to lower the difficulty later if that becomes a problem, because I don't want you to have to sit through that. So I'm gonna start with normal and see how that goes. The tutorial offers interactive explanations about the story and combat system of Final Fantasy XV. Initiate tutorials before starting the game. Yes, so I'm going into this completely blind. I know that there has been a bunch of, there's been at least a semi-movie of Final Fantasy XV that sort of explains maybe some of the backstory or who the characters are. And there's been a lot of articles written about Final Fantasy XV. I have specifically tried to not look at any of that stuff, just because I want my experience with the game itself to be completely fresh, completely blind. Hopefully they will explain everything that I need to know ahead of time, and I'm hoping that will be sufficient. So yes, completely blind experience, which I'm very excited for. I apologize again that I've been talking a lot, but again, if you guys went to my intro, you'd know that I do a lot of talking during my Let's Plays. You were fair warned. So so I think that's our main character. Oh, it's Carbuncle! Hi, Carbuncle. Ooh, my phone's beeping. Knocked. Hey there, Knocked. That's a do I know you look. You might not know me, but I know you. As a matter of fact, I've been watching over you since you were little. Don't go too fast. Tex, let me, and here's the old training room in the world of your dreams. The world of your dreams. I'm gonna teach you the ins and outs of this world to help you along your journey. The game could just let me select or push a button to advance the text, because not all of us can read that fast, especially when we're Let's Playing or we're trying to read those words out loud. Welcome to the old training room. Let's go to the lore guide first. Take a closer look at the paintings on the wall to learn more about the lore of Eos. Okay, another fair warning, guys. I'm a big lore fan. I love devouring lore as much as possible. So if there are codex-like things that explain, some of the stuff about a game or about the universe, I like to spend some time reading those. If they put the codexes in one spot, which they probably will, I will probably do you guys a favor and do separate codex reading episodes. So those of you who aren't really interested in watching me just read a bunch of codexes can just skip over those episodes. Yeah, I'll get to that when we get to that. When you're done, just let me know. Okay. We'll spend some time checking some of these things. What is this? Check. The lands of Eos. Our story takes place in the lands of Eos. At present, the world is divided between two warring states. Well, of course, aren't they almost always in these games? Final Fantasy included. The land of Eos 2. Controlling the majority of the world's lands is the military mighty Niflheim, an aggressively expanding imperial war machine. The kingdom of Lucas continues to resist the Empire's advance with magic. The crown city of Insomnia stands proud as the kingdom's last bastion, but the Empire has already made inroads on the outlying territories, including the primary regions of Lead, Duskai, and Kleigni. Cool. Alright, so we got our world. Map looks beautiful. Oh, what is this? Are these like summons, or looks like demons, heavens? Is this like the religious part? The Six and the Oracle. Ooh. Old tales tell of 6 gods who have stood watch over Eos since antiquity. It is said that they now slumber, conserving their strength, waiting to awaken upon the coming of a plague known as the Star Scourge. Oh, okay, so this is like Sin almost. Oh, I love how they, I love this. I love how they're upfront about the lore, so that you, again, they explain to you what the world is like, what the culture is like, what the religion is like, just so people like me, who are completely in the dark, can refresh ourselves and know what's going on without being too lost. I'm glad the game did this. She most pure. I think that's supposed to be the most. Oh, this music. This is like the Final Fantasy music in the background. The most pure of faith is the Oracle, a daughter in the line of those said to commune with the Six. Blessed by the astral gods, she calls forth the power of Eos to heal those who are suffering and afflicted. Her devotion to helping all those in need has inspired reverence for her among people from all over the world. Cool. So does this room actually exist, or as Carbuncle said, is this just all in my mind? Is this a dream, like a virtual reality kind of? Oh, these look like leaders. The magic of the Luci. The crystal is the divine cornerstone of the kingdom of Lucis. The stone has a will of its own, and channels its sacred power through the ring of the Luci to the monarch who bears it. Monarchs in the line of the Lucis have the innate ability to conjure magical weapons. Ooh, a handful of close attendants are also afforded access to this self-same power. The magical barrier known as the Wall has long kept the Empire at bay, and thereby maintained the peace, yet not entirely without struggle. Sustaining the Wall, did they build the wall and have somebody else pay for it? That's all I'm wondering. Sustaining the wall imposes an immense physical burden upon the king, but to let it fall for even a moment would be to invite total annihilation. I know, because all the non-magical folks are apparently, criminals and rapists and all that good stuff. So we don't want any of that. We don't want any of their kind, any of the Muggle kind, coming in and messing around with us. We don't want any mudbloods in here. I doubt that's what that's like, but that's what I thought about it. Oh wow, is this the demons and night? Eos is plagued by hordes of demons, vicious nocturnal creatures of various forms that strike fear into the hearts of even the most seasoned hunters. Demons are denizens of the night, and more predatory among them are drawn to the roads. Really? To the roads? Oh, interesting. So it's not like in Pokemon that if you stay on the roads if you stay in the roads and away from the grass, monsters won't hurt you, right? So in this one, they're actually drawn to the roads, which makes sense, because if demons are smart enough, they know that people tend to keep to the roads, and therefore, if they want to harass them, then yeah, they would go towards the roads to harass and bully the poor unexpected humans. People now dread the setting of the sun or fear of what monsters might be lurking in the shadows. In recent years, the demons have grown in number while the nights have grown longer. Ooh, that's bad. The correlation between the two phenomenon is yet unproven, but scientists persist in their search for a link. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so gosh, look at this. Look at this! Oh my gosh! Like I said, this is my first time playing a PS4 game, so I'm just in awe of what this engine, what this new system has to show for graphically and responsively and all that good stuff. All right, Carbuncle. Talk. Close the lore guides, yes. Welcome. Let's do combat tutorial. Yeah, I want to learn how to fight.